Good, so the Raidraptor's deck profile, but before I start, friendly reminder to like and subscribe because it motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these. And yeah, so Raidraptors, what do I think of this deck? I think it's a really good deck actually. There has been a lot of really good support out of nowhere that literally just made this really good. And the reason why in the combo video that I uploaded yesterday, I said post Phantom Raid / ban list, I meant the last ban list, and a lot of people actually just, I mean a lot of people. Some people actually thought it was gonna be a prediction for the next ban list, even though I think this is going to probably survive on a ban list. I don't think any card will probably get, I mean, maybe Rusty's gonna get back to 0, but hopefully not, that would be counterproductive. Anyways, let's get into it. So 3 Mimikrylanius, this is the first Raidraptor monster that I play. If you actually, well, I mean, it is one of the only cards that as a normal summon actually really has an effect. I mean, most of them actually have special summon effects from the hand and the graveyard, but Mimikrylanius you can actually just foolish like a Raidraptor monster from your deck to the grave, and this is slightly better to draw than Mimikry, because if you have this plus Singing Lanius, you still have combo, whereas if you have Mimikry and Singing Lanius, it doesn't do anything. So 3 is good because it's a 1 card 4 Strix into a 1 card Y Strix, and that's already quite good on its own. And then of course 3 Strangle Lanius, if you control a dark monster, you can special summon it from your hand, but you are locked under dark only for the rest of the turn. And also if you control an Xyz monster that has a dark Xyz monster underneath as a material, you can revive back a level 4 lowered Raidraptor monster from your graveyard, but its effects are negated. Unfortunately, that does come up, even if it usually you just overlay with it. It's still kind of a problem because it does conflict a bit with Necrovulture, but it's not the end of the world, to be honest. So yeah. 1 Zephyros, of course, you summon this with Y-Strix more often than not, and I really like being able to bounce back your Raidraptor nest. It's so annoying that it's a hard once per turn and not a soft one, otherwise it would have been insane. Like, bouncing back Ravine is broken because it's only a soft once per turn, but Nest, it's like you can only use this effect of Raidraptor Nest once per turn. So annoying, man. They have to fix this. Well, not really, otherwise the deck would actually kind of be a bit too good, even though, Zephyros is like a once per duel effect, so it's not like you could abuse it, but still, 1 extra surge could actually, be actually quite insane. But anyways, 2 Dinotherum, I actually like this a lot. I really think this card is really good in decks that actually benefit from making rank 4s, and to a certain extent maybe playing 3 would make sense, because if you draw 2, it's still a 4 Strix, which is still a Y Strix, and if you draw 3, it's the only situation where it bricks, but it's a very good card in like complementing your engine. So the same way kind of Emancipators really had to make a rank 4 to play the game, you could kind of say the same thing with Raidraptors, because 1 4 Strix gets you quite far. I mean, it gets you to Y Strix, and Y Strix gets you to like half of the combo. Basically, if you have Y Strix access plus 1 level 4 extender, you are Gooch. You are in absolutely everything. So that is the main goal, and obviously if you can get to Rusty, that's just usually what you're always gonna see when you have access to these 3 monsters. So like I said, Y Strix plus another monster. So yeah. Of course, 3 Vanishing Lanius once per turn. If like during the turn this card was normal or specialed, so you can summon this off of Arsenal Falcon and then still summon, use its effect. So it actually special summons a level 4 or lower Raidraptor monster from your hand. The reason why this could actually be a bit relevant is that you could summon Pain Lanius, but it has an effect to special summon itself from the hand anyway, so we're going to cover that later on. 2 Mimikrylanius, I played 2 for the reason that I explained when I talked about Tribute Lanius. It doesn't combo with everything, unlike Tribute, but it's still like a very good card, of course. If you have this plus Shade Brigandine, it still does the Kali Yuga Infinity combo. That's actually really good, so yeah. And also, you make your opponent lose 1 card with Evil Storm Ouroboros, but to be fair, you don't really need to do all of that. 1 Necrovulture, it's cool. The effect is not a hard once per turn, but like realistically, you're not really using it more than once, and also it stops you from XC summoning for the rest of the turn except with the effect of a rank up, so it's not that great too. I don't know. Only recycles back a rank up magic from the graveyard as well, not really search from the deck to the hand, otherwise it would have been really fantastic. And it has to tribute a Raidraptor monster, can tribute itself though, so I want to say Necrovulture is alright, but you can afford not to play it, to be honest. So if you don't want to play it, you can play Foolish Burial, because you can send Mimikrylanius and then search your deck for any Raidraptor card. That's already a great play, Or you can send the Raider's Wing, which is probably the next card that I'm going to talk about, which also has a really good effect because if it is in your hand or graveyard especially, and it's treated as a Phantom Knight monster, by the way, so you can send it with Rusty Bardiche. You can detach a material from an Xyz monster you control, and then special summon it from your graveyard, but it does get banished when it leaves the field, which is irrelevant because we're not really linking off with it. You're only making like rank 4 Xyz, like 4 Strix, and then your opponent cannot target the Xyz monster that you made using this card as an Xyz material, so that's also very, very cool. And Singing Lanius, of course, this is the card that you're pretty much always going to search with 4 Strix. It's a cool card, but it is a hard once per turn. Unfortunately, it doesn't really combo. It doesn't allow you to start comboing, right? It only allows you to keep comboing. So this is the reason why cards like these aren't necessarily the best at 3, unlike Pain Lanius, because if you have Pain Lanius with Tribute Lanius, that is full combo. That is either combo 1 or combo number 2 that I showcased in the combo video. You should check it out if you haven't already because it is actually quite good, to be honest. You will probably learn a lot. Sounds kind of cocky, man. Anyways, I think it's good. Anyways, moving forward, 1 Silent Boots. It's kind of a brick, but when you don't want to send Raider's Wing because you already had to use the effect early on, you send this and it gets you access to a second rank up magic, except if you want to set the Shade Brigandine because it allows you to make Time Thief or Doer, which is also very, very fantastic. But yeah, I like having the option. If you draw this, it's not a brick. Your Rusty Bardiche can still resolve by sending a Raider's Wing, so never a brick, don't worry about it. I wouldn't play Ancient Cloak, it would just be too much, honestly. And this has just more freedom in the cards that it can search, so why would you play Ancient Cloak? Ancient Cloak can only search Phantom Knight cards, the Phantom Knight cards, whereas Silent Boot searches Phantom Knight cards. So Ancient Cloak could not actually search this card, the rank up magic that is a quick play, for example, but it could actually search this one because it is the Phantom Knight. This is only Phantom Knight, which is not the same thing. Anyways, 3 Ash, 3 Infinite, 6 Hand Traps. I think it's alright. Realistically, every unfair deck is probably going to get banned soon anyways, so Hand Traps are just going to drop in popularity and whatever. If you want to play more Hand Traps, I mean, like I said, you can cut the Necro Vulture, you can cut, I want to say, I mean, at this point, you would want to play 3 Dinotherum, right? Because you want your deck to be more consistent. But yeah, 3 Kaliga Clawcrow. I love this card so much. It's also hard once per turn, but it does allow you to start your combos. It is not a level 4, but that's fine, because it still allows you to make the Wise Trick. So if you can just get another level 4, it's just no big deal. And if it's only if you control a Dark Monster, so it's very free and it's a Winged Beast. Actually, extremely good card. You should definitely try to play at least 1 or 2. For now, I'm playing 3, but I'm definitely open to going back on my decision. Maybe play 2 of this and play 3 Dinotherum. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe. And yeah, 3 Pain Lanius. I love this card so much. If you control a level 4 Raidraptor, well, not necessarily a level 4, but if it's not a level 4, then it's garbage. You can special summon Pain Lanius from your hand, and then take damage equal to the attack or defense of the Raidraptor that you targeted, whichever is lower. And you cannot Xyz summon with Pain Lanius except for Raidraptor monsters. And that's pretty much all there is to it. And it also becomes the level of the monster that you targeted. So right now you're seeing it as a level 1, but realistically this card's always a level 4 when it's on the field. Unless you're normal summoning it, but that would be sketch. Soul Shape Force. Soul Shape Force allows you to revive back a Raidraptor monster from your graveyard and then instantly rank up into a monster that is 2 ranks higher. So you're pretty much always going to revive back your 4 Strix and then go straight into Infinity or Dragulas. And the reason why you play Dragulas is because you have a lot of cards that unfortunately lock you under Dark only. A lot? I don't know about a lot, but there is Strangle Lanius, so that is a problem. In this situation, you would be forced to use Dragulas instead of Infinity, which obviously is less good, you know, but it's still the best rank 6 Dark quick effect during their player's turn interruption in a way. It's like a Book of Moon for extra deck monsters, and also if it is flipped face up, because you can also Book of Moon yourself, it sends a card on the field to the graveyard without targeting, and every time it dies, it pretty much like comes back onto the field. So that's actually kind of neat, because even when you flip it back up after you summon it back face down, it will still trigger. You don't have to have Xyz materials. So it's really cool. It's like a vampire. It never dies, actually. It's cool. Anyways, the rank up magic Phantom Knight launch. They have super similar names. Basically, all you need to know about this is that it makes Kali Yuga, alright? So if you have any doubts, just read the card, but there's nothing tricky about this. And then Call by the Grave 2 Force. I like this a bit more because it gives you the ability to make Arsenal Falcon and Dark Requiem. So that's Arsenal Falcon, and this is Dark Requiem. Dark Requiem will be able to negate 3 monster effects and destroy them, and also revive back an Xyz monster from your graveyard every time you use its effect. So if you can actually make Infinity with Soul Shape Force and revive back Infinity later on with Dark Requiem, it's going to be even more pressure on your opponent. Or you can revive back like Ultimate Falcons, which is also nasty. That's crazy, man. Literally revive back any Xyz monster. I'm pretty sure. Wait, it's that good, huh? Yeah, summon any Xyz monster from your graveyard. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, and then Raidraptor Nest. I feature this in my combo, so once again, shouldn't be too hard to understand. I think 1 is enough because the requirement kinda high. You need to control 2 or more Raidraptor monsters, but it is continuous card advantage. Every single turn, okay, I control 2 monsters, 2 or more monsters, search, search, search. So 1 is enough, 1 is perfect, I wouldn't play anymore. And 2 Shade Brigandine because I truly believe that it is that good. Like, you can draw it, it's very good, because then your, Rusty Bardiche can just set something else. And if you don't draw it, well, whatever, you're just gonna set it with Rusty, unless you already have enough level 4s, you don't want to make Time Thief for Doer, you want to make some, like, a different board, and actually just have more rank up magics, that's also 100% totally fine. But yeah, anyways, moving on to the extra deck, Ultimate Falcon. I already said that in this deck, it's like a real card. It's also a Zek Soul during your own turn. You can detach a material from this card. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effect until the rest of the turn, and also every monster your opponent controls loses 1,000 attack. Absolutely disgusting. Also, it's unaffected by card effects, so yeah, it's a Towers. Kali Yuga, the legendary card of destruction. If you summon this, you win, because your opponent cannot activate... Well, pretty much every player cannot activate cards or effect for the remainder of the turn, but you're doing this during your opponent's turn, so they get punished way more. And also, every card effect is negated. They cannot respond to Kali Yuga, which is nasty. It can't even get striked, if I recall correctly. Well, wait, hold on. Can it? No, actually... they can strike it, I'm sure. Wait, hold on. Okay, you know what? I actually forgot. I know that as soon as you summon this, every monster they have is already negated because it's not an activated effect. It's just like lingering, but I don't know about Solemn Strike because the card was like face down. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, no, actually, wait, hold on. Yeah, of course it can't negate it. What the frick? It's not even an activated effect. And then, yeah, if you detach a material, every spell and shove gets destroyed. So even if they go set 5 pass, they're dead. So there's basically like no way to counter Kali Yuga. It's actually nasty. Yeah, 1 Arsenal Falcon, of course. This allows you to summon a Raidraptor monster from your deck. Sorry, any Winged Beast. Even better, and it doesn't negate the effect. And if it is sent from the field to the graveyard while having a Raidraptor Xyz monster, Raidraptor monster as a material, not even Xyz necessarily, you summon a Raidraptor monster from your extra deck and attach Arsenal Falcon as a material. So this is the way you make Ultimate Falcon with the material underneath. You don't have to play the shitty Satellite Cannon and to like skip force and all that BS. You don't have to do that. And this is just like a really easy way to make Ultimate Falcon even easier. So yeah. Revolution Falcon Air Raid. Nothing too much to explain about it. You can summon it during your opponent's turn with the rank up magic Knight's Force, but all it really does is pop a card your opponent controls. If you have Wystrix, it's kind of cute because it allows you to instantly set another like rank up magic during your opponent's turn, and also if it is a quick play, you can use it that turn. So if you use, for example, this to go into Revolution, no, which is like impossible because it's like 1 rank higher and you play no rank 5s, but you know what I'm saying. It allows you to like get the other one, and then yeah, you won't be doing too much with it, but don't worry about it, alright? Anyways, moving forward, Dark Requiem, I already said what it does. Evil Swarm Ouroboros, it's part of the combo, but you don't really need it, to be honest. It's just for the flex. Dark Rebellion, this card does nothing outside of making Dark Requiem. Time Thief for Doer, because we play Shield Brigandine, so it is an interruption. It's really, really good. And it scouts the opponent's deck, so if they actually scoop too late, well, I got information, so that's enough to win game 2. And then, yeah, 2 Force Tricks, 1 Rusty, and then 2 Wystrix. Insane. I love this card so much. They're really good. Idea section, I barely have anything, just a couple of little, very small ideas. So Fuzzylanius is a card that you could play, but it locks you under Raidraptor only if you use any of its effect. So I just hate this so much. And then the Tri-Brigade is just BS. Like, it doesn't really do anything, realistically. And you wouldn't really play a Tri-Brigade engine. So, I don't know, man. I don't think they do anything at all. You have to banish 2 materials, make the Wystrix, and also its effect is only if it is link summoned. So you summon it like the cheat way and it just does nothing. So it's irrelevant. Who cares? I don't care. Then yeah, satellite cannon. Yeah, you can just make Kali Yuga if you can get to this, so why would you play this? Dweller, you could, but I'm playing Evil Storm Ouroboros because I'm usually locked under Darks only at the end of my combo. So making like generic rank 4s early on is like really impossible. By the way, if you really want to play through Nibiru, first of all, let me tell you that it's not consistent because you need to have like really good hands. You basically have to Soul Shave first for Infinity as soon as you possibly can, but there's nothing that guarantees you that. So as long as we don't have Crossout Designator, there's no like guaranteed way, like I said, to play around Nibiru. It's unfortunate, but there's nothing we can do about it. And yeah, just basically everything else is self-explanatory. So thank you very much for watching this deck profile, and I will see you probably tomorrow, or actually maybe even tonight. Anyways, take care.